Okay, I gotta say that I love my Texas. I was just recently in Florida for vacation in Miami, and I'm pretty familiar with Florida. I used to live there, and so I'm pretty familiar with the people and the culture and all the diversity. But I gotta say, this time I really noticed a big difference. I really missed the nice people from Texas, nice people of Texas. When you live here in Texas, you don't really notice, maybe because it's just so natural, but people here are really nice for the most part. If you go to the store, people are very polite. They'll say hello, how are you today? They'll start conversation. They're real friendly. They treat you nicely. If you go to the store, if you're talking to the cashier, asking for directions, pumping gas, whatever. People are just genuinely nice and polite here. While I was in Miami, I was staying in the whole tourist area by the beach, and I kept noticing everybody was just so, they were just so, I don't want to say rude, they were just very, very dry. They weren't just very friendly. You don't really get that, hey, hello, how are you today, nice weather, blah, blah, blah. They don't really use that as opening for the conversation. It's kind of interesting. Some people, they're kind of rude. I mean, you don't ask them something and they're very blunt, like no, or yes, or over there. They're not very, very friendly like that, and sometimes that can be construed as being rude, and sometimes they may be trying to be rude, and they may just be having a real crappy day and they want to act, that way. So you learn to appreciate that as you go. You notice a difference. For the most part, most people would be rude right back to them, and that's the reason why everything is so screwed up. Being rude to me, then I'm going to be rude right back to you. And I noticed something this time around. I'm usually really nice, even if people are not very nice to me. If somebody's rude to me or responds in a real dry, cut-out way, I'll be extremely nice to them. I'll be like, oh, thank you so very much. You're so nice. Just silly little things like that. And I noticed I did that this time, and as you do that, I think they're not used to people being so nice to them, so they're just not nice to people. But I think the more I did that, the more I noticed that people would do it back to you. So sometimes we make it worse by responding in the same rude way or not friendly way. So that was pretty cool, and for the most part, people over there, they're kind of on the go, on the run. I would say it compares to, I guess, New York. People are always running around, business, what's next, what comes next. They don't really have time to be friendly, like here in Texas, I don't know. So I noticed that, but I think that if people would just take note of that, then we could improve in our interpersonal communication a bit, or even though, a relationship at the cash register is not going to be a lasting relationship, but it could ruin your day or somebody else's day, or put you in a bad mood, or put them in a bad mood if things don't go smoothly. So just be nice to practice, manners, be friendly. You don't have to be overly friendly and start talking about, the neighbor and grandpa and grandma and everybody else, but you can say hello and, not be so rough, if I may say. So, yep. That was just a little intake that I thought I would share with you in regards to interpersonal communication and, service or business deals and things like that.